brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Crimewatch. Crimewatch was a long-running and high-profile British television programme produced by the BBC that reconstructs major unsolved crimes in order to gain information from the public which may assist in solving the case. The programme was originally broadcast once a month on BBC One, although in more recent years it has more usually been broadcast roughly once every 2 months. On the 17th of October 2017 it was announced that the show had been axed after a 33-year run due to falling viewing figures nationwide. Daytime spin-off Crimewatch Roadshow will continue to air on BBC One. Crimewatch was first broadcast on the 7th of June 1984. And is based on the German TV show Aktenzeichen XY, Ungelöst. Nick Ross and Sue Cook presented the show for the first 11 years until Cook's departure in June 1995. Cook was replaced by Jill Dando. After Dando was murdered in April 1999, Ross hosted Crimewatch alone until January 2000 when Fiona Bruce subsequently joined the show. Kirsty Young and Matthew Amroliwala replaced Ross and Bruce following their departures in 2007. It was announced on 15 October 2008 that the BBC would move the production of shows such as Crimewatch to studios in Cardiff. Young and Amroliwala remained as the lead presenters until 2015, following a brief period with guest presenter Sophie Rayworth in 2016. It was announced that the show would relaunch in September 2016 with a new weekly format. The new presenters were announced as Jeremy Vine and Tina Dahelli. The new series began on 5 September 2016 with the final episode airing on 20 March 2017. History. The idea for the show came from the UK programme Police 5 and the German Aktenzeichen XY, Ungelöst. Producers viewed the shows and rejected the overt reconstructions with music to build suspense in America's Most Wanted, and were also against the idea of filming the reconstruction from the perspective of the offender as in Aktenzeichen XY, Ungelöst. However, they favored the idea of audience participation in the show. It started as Crimewatch UK, and was due to run for 3 programs only. It was regarded as an experiment when it was first shown, partly because of doubts about whether police would take part, whether witnesses and victims would welcome the idea, whether it would actually lead to arrests, and whether it could be considered to prejudice a jury. In over 25 years, 57 murderers, 53 rapists, and sex offenders, 18 pedophiles and others were captured as a direct result of Crimewatch appeals. Show format. The programme used to be shown every month on BBC One, usually at 9 PM, with a Crimewatch update at 10:35 following the BBC News at 10. Since March 2011 the show has aired less frequently, roughly once every 2 months. The show features approximately 3 or 4 cases per show, with each case featuring reconstructions of the crime. It is one of the largest live factual studio productions. The films shown often feature interviews with senior detectives and/or relatives of friends. Key evidence is usually shown, such as e-fit profiles of suspects and details of certain lines of inquiry. The show has other features such as the CCTV section, presented approximately 15 minutes from the start and end of the program by Martin Bayfield. This shows CCTV reports of many different crimes, with enhanced imagery of suspects police are trying to contact. Also presented by Martin Bayfield is the Wanted Faces, 8 close-up pictures of suspects police need to talk to. This section also frequently involves information about suspects including aliases. These 8 photos are shown upon the program's closing titles. one of the few programs in which the BBC do not show the credits in reduced size. Viewers can contact Crimewatch by phoning 08085 600 600, with phone lines remaining open until midnight the night following the program. Viewers can also send text messages to 63,399. Due to the high demand for cases to be shown on the program, many other cases are added to the Crimewatch website. These are joined by reconstructions, CCTV footage, and wanted faces that have been shown on previous programs. All reconstructions, CCTV footage, faces and cases remain on the Crimewatch website until the criminals are caught or suspects convicted. Crimewatch can be watched on the BBC iPlayer catch-up service for 24 hours from broadcast. Longer availability could potentially prejudice forthcoming legal proceedings. Crimewatch update. Following the main program, there was a 10-15-minute follow-up after the BBC News at 10, with updates on calls and results from the earlier broadcast. This was removed when the show relaunched in September 2016. Crimewatch Solved. From time to time an extra program, Crimewatch Solved, is transmitted, showing cases that resulted in convictions. Sometimes a Crimewatch special is produced which reviews an entire high-profile case, such as the murder of Sarah Payne from beginning to end. Crimewatch Hot Property. In 1997, Crimewatch did a special program called Crimewatch Hot Property, presented by Jill Dando, and broadcast on BBC One. The aim was to help people find their stolen properties that were recovered by police raids. Crimewatch Roadshow. As of 2009, there has been no monthly show broadcast in June. Instead, this has been replaced with this accompanying series, which is broadcast for 4 weeks on weekday mornings from 9:15 a.m. 10 a.m. The program travels to different police forces across the country to help solve everyday crime. To date, 7 series of the show have been broadcast. Rav Wilding has been the main presenter of all 7 series. In Series 1, his co-presenter was newsreader Sophie Rayworth. For Series 2, Rayworth was replaced by journalist and radio broadcaster Ginny Buckley. For Series 3, Buckley was replaced by Irish television presenter Miriam O'Reilly. In Series 4, Wilding had 3 co-presenters working on rotation: journalists Dave Guest, Alice Bandhook-Very, and Nicola Reese. For Series 5, Wilding was joined by newsreader Sian Lloyd, who also co-presented the following 2 series as well. During Series 5, former Crimewatch presenter Jackie Hames co-presented the show every Friday with Wilding, updating viewers on the success stories from the past few years. During Series 7, the show once again adopted a rotation format, with Lloyd co-presenting the first 2 weeks, before being replaced by Michelle Ackerley for the 3rd week, and finally Sonali Shah for the final week. Series 8 had 20 episodes and ended on the 1st of July 2016. Michelle Ackerley was a reporter for this series also. Series 9 of Crimewatch Roadshow started on June 12, 2017 on BBC One. Involvement. Several police officers have appeared on the program from the studio, including David Hatcher, Helen Phelps, Jeremy Payne, Jackie Hames, Jonathan Morrison, Jane Corrigan, and Rav Wilding. For many years, the program also included antiques experts John Bly, Eric Knowles, and Paul Hayes to help with treasure trove details of recovered goods believed to have been stolen, to trace owners. Despite initial police concerns about involvement, Crimewatch developed a special status with police and was credited with an expertise of its own, notably through Nick Ross' long experience with public appeals. Unlike the American equivalent based on Crimewatch America's Most Wanted, Crimewatch itself usually appeals for unsolved cases, inviting viewers to be armchair detectives. According to the producers, about a third of its cases are solved, half of those as a direct result of viewers' calls. Its successes have included some of Britain's most notorious crimes, including the kidnap of Stephanie Slater and murder of Julie Dart, the M25 rapist, the road rage killing by Kenneth Noy, and the capture of 2 boys for the abduction and murder of James Bolger. Over the years, Crimewatch has featured appeals from all 43 police forces in the country. 1 in 3 appeals leads to an arrest and 1 in 5 lead to a conviction. 4 of 5 requests to air appeals are received from police forces every day. Ratings and public response. Crimewatch is watched by between 4 and 5 million every month. A study by the Broadcasting Standards Council found that Crimewatch UK increased the fear of crime in over half of its respondents, and a third said it made them feel afraid. However, according to John Sears, senior English lecturer at Manchester Metropolitan University, it provides a beneficial role, performing a social function by helping to solve crime and drawing on the collective responsibilities, experiences, and knowledge of the viewing audience in order to do so. Brought to you by WikiVidi.com. Would you like to know more?